All right, Fox News Alert, you're looking live at the White House where President Trump and the First Lady are now currently hosting the French president and his wife for their first state dinner and the first state dinner of the administration. And according to White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders, the First Lady planned every detail of it. Here now with reaction. Author of the brand new book, it's out today, The Light Within Me, Fox and Friends co-host Ainsley Earhardt.
Thank you.
You were with us at the, first of all, congratulations on the book.
Thank you so much.
You were there at the inauguration. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And this is the first state dinner. And I couldn't believe everyone's clothes and the hat, the Melania. Why do people go there all the time?
To be honest with you, most of America is looking to see what she's wearing in a positive way. But some of the headlines, if you read them, it's trying to taint the story. Mm-hmm. These state dinners are really difficult to plan. Did you read Laura Bush's book? I don't know if you did, but I read it, and she went on and on about these state dinners and how much time and detail goes into each of them. If you're hosting France, you try to use the colors of their flag. You try to use a meal that has some French themes in them. You try to choose. You can't wear. Yeah, Sean, you're not invited for a reason.
I'm wearing jeans.
But so the headlines though today were Mediaite says armchair fashionistas had takes on Melania's giant hat, like she has an entire birdcage under there. Oh. Hollywood Reporter, is Melania Trump channeling Celine Dion, Beyonce? Time says Melania Trump's massive white hat has caused quite a stir. You know what?
It's just mean.
You know what everyone's saying? Everyone that I've talked to is saying, what a beautiful hat. She looks gorgeous. She has the last laugh.
All right, so before you released your book, you were kind enough to give me a copy, and I had a chance to go over the book and read it. And I
write
wrote
a little blurb for me.
I did write a blurb, along with Tim Tebow. You have some pretty good friends, high-ranking friends in your life. Anyway, I said very few public figures would be this real. I mean, you talk openly about your Christian faith, you dedicate the book to Jesus, and you talk about this on the program. You talk about really hard things in your life, and you reveal all of these things. I could never do that. I'm more private. Tell us why, and tell us about the things in the book. Well,
when HarperCollins came to me and they said, we want you to write a memoir about your faith, I thought a memoir is usually for someone who is 75 years old. I thought, I don't feel like I have had enough of a life, and I felt like it was I didn't want it to be all about me. But then when they say, we want you to talk about your faith, it's like God asking you to tell his story and what he's done in my life. And I can't say no to that. And I continue to say yes to God. I haven't always in every situation, but I've learned the hard way that if you don't say yes when God is nudging you to do something, then you won't be blessing someone's life, or you won't be giving him the glory that he deserves. So I had to say yes.
You did a lot of assignments over the years for Hannity's America and for this program. I mean, we were terrible. I think you were expecting a child, and we sent you down to spring break with my brother-in-law.
I was pregnant on the beaches of spring break,
right.
Yes.
And you talk about that, but you also talk about it in relation to your own life. And this was a pretty powerful moment where you actually said to yourself, I'm not living the right way.
Right. I was at a fraternity party. Mm-hmm. I was in a sorority. Half of my sorority, really strong Christians, I would say. There was a Bible study, and several of us were in a separate Bible study, but I was living with, 1 foot in the bar and 1 foot at Bible study.
1 foot in the bar.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you have to stop drinking, you have to do all this if you become a Christian. And a lot of people, they believe that life is not going to be fun anymore. But I was at a fraternity party, and I asked Jesus to come into my life. The whole story's in there.
It's very personal, and I think a lot of people get a lot out of it. It's called The Light Within Me, an inspirational memoir. Also, congrats on the show with Brian and Steve.
Thank you.
We hope you'll come back. Great to see you again.
Thank you so much for your
support.
support.
Congratulations on the book.
Thank you.
Amazon.com, Hannity.com.